Let me know when that camera's ready. We're ready? Here, this message right here is for Jheri, Giggalo, and anybody else in the RWF who wants to challenge Sergio Santana, wrestling superstar. First of all, Jheri, I beat you fair and square. In that ring, nothing else matters but the end result, and the end result was Sergio Santana, wrestling superstar, getting the 1, 2, 3. And tonight, you want a rematch? You went to complain? You went to complain to management that you want a rematch? Well, history will repeat itself. 1, 2, 3. Jheri, you're going down again.
And welcome once again to the Wrestling Wrap. I am Dale Clifford. Thanks for joining us. They move on here at Reno Wrestle Factory's breaking ground for the rematch between Slammin, Jammin, Jheri, Giggalo, and the wrestling superstar Sergio Santana. Now Santana, as you heard, not a huge fan of having to go one-on-one with Jheri again, and even blaming Jheri for going to management to get the rematch. Well, if you saw Luck of the Brawl, you know that Sergio kind of rolled up Jheri and pulled the tights to get the win, so it was an easy pitch to get the rematch. So here we are, and a little bit of back and forth. Sergio tries to get the upper hand by having the referee do a weapons check again on Jheri to start the match. Did not quite work, and now Jheri going to the choke. Obviously quickly out of that before the ref can even kind of start the 5 count, headed towards the disqualification, and Santana bails out to the outside. And now Sergio wants a timeout and uses one of the fine fans of the RWF as his chair instead of just sitting in one of the open seats. How dare Sergio do that, treat this fan base like that. Oh, he tried to pull a fast one on Jheri. Jheri wasn't falling for it. Moves out of the way. Sergio's workout attempt hits the canvas. And now we're going with some Dusty Rhodes-esque bionic elbow from Jheri. And then the snapmare takedown. And the head and chin squeeze on Sergio, and now he switches over to an armbar, kind of. Then he does the finger snap. Unlike that this finger snap, unlike Thanos's, doesn't make half the population disappear, but it might make Sergio be one less handed as this match goes forward. Oh, Jheri looking for the vintage John Cena. If you check the interview I did with him, you know he's a huge John Cena fan, so that's kind of just his ode to John Cena, even though John's kind of quitting on the fans. But Jheri doesn't succeed as Sergio kicks away that 5-knuckle shuffle and now goes to work.
Oh, now you're quiet, huh, punks? Now you're quiet, huh?
Oh, Jheri in the corner, big time chop. But he wanted to talk about it with the fans, and it does not work. That opens the door for Jheri. Jheri puts Sergio in the corner, and he delivers the chop. And now we shift to another corner, another chop. Jheri with the pump up to the crowd, and now following up with some shots. Oh, Sergio comes with a boot and puts Jheri back in the corner. Nobody puts Jheri in the corner. Well, maybe right here Sergio does. Lands another chop. And now we're working back to another corner. Oh, and Sergio going dirty. Going to the hand of Jheri. Looking for a little snack. And now stomping a mud hole on Giggalo in the corner. And he's got some words for Gene Eric. Now Gene checking on Jheri in the corner. Well, trying to tell Sergio to get him out of the corner. Get this back into the center of the ring. Oh! Hard exit from the corner for Jheri. And then the leg whip. And Sergio in for the cover. Just a 1 count. Not even close. Jheri still plenty left in the tank, it looks like. What is next here? Oh, with him sitting on the middle rope, in comes Sergio for that middle rope choke. Gene Eric right in there trying to get Sergio to break up that hold. And now, exchange of words between Santana and head referee Gene Eric. And Jheri's still chilling out on the ropes, and now we get the arm draped across the top. But before that 5 count, Sergio lets it go. But last couple minutes here has been all Sergio. Santana whips Jheri into the corner. Oh, Jheri counters it and takes him to, vintage Jheri Gigalow. Right here, Sergio's face meets the posterior of the Gigalow and follows it up. Double axe handle from the middle rope. But Sergio comes back, knee to the gut, cover the back, and control back to Sergio Santana. Santana trying to get some momentum going here at the RWF. At Luck of the Brawl, he was victim of a big-time beatdown at the hands of Bad News Blakesley. Jheri Gigalow comes into this one on a several-match win streak with victories over Scotty Ringer and Dreamy Drew, and a tag team victory along with CJ Dirt, the team that at the time I labeled as the Mullet Powers. They beat the Crush Crew all the way back at Legends of the Fall. But now Jheri, the big-time fan favorite, trying to strike out and get a 3rd win in a row here in singles competition and try to get himself back in contention for the Nevada State Championship. Oh, looking for the sunset flip over the top. There's Jheri. Oh, gut. Looking for the sunset flip here is Sergio. Oh, but Jheri holds on to the top rope. Junior's looking at the shoulders. Oh, Jheri drops down, grabs the foot, stays on the ropes, gets the 3. This series now is kind of 1-1. Both men didn't necessarily win in the cleanest fashions. Pitbull, Sergio Santana, and now holding up the ropes here for Jheri Gigalow. This one is not going to sit well with Sergio or the ongoing situation between Zachary and Gene Eric, as Gene missed the rope assist there for Jheri.
The last king of professional wrestling has arrived!
That's right, the last king, Manny Rua, and the Dark Fox Olumide will be up after the break. Plus,
I'm coming out here tonight, and I'm here to prove a point. That there are rules and there are regulations in this business. That's why they're there. That's why the book is there. And tonight, I'm going to call you out to the ring, and I am going to make you sit in one of these chairs, and I am going to show you. I'm going to demonstrate how a professional wrestling referee calls the action fairly.
welcome back to the show. The last king, Manny Rua, and the Dark Fox, Olumide. I don't think Manny knows where he's at or what promotion he's working for. This is the Reno Wrestle Factory, the RWF, sir.
You don't belong here. I'm the last king of professional wrestling. I demand greatness.
Hard to deny that statement there from the Dark Fox. One of the best pure athletes I have seen in a professional wrestling ring here at the RWF. He has looked mighty impressive so far in his 2 matches, though he's 1-1.
That's a lot of king.
As he did kind of take a fall at the hands of Cade Adams, as Cade kind of went to the tight pull there, and then Olumide showing off his strength when he took on the big hoss, Drake Frost, at RWF The Return. And now he's got another big boy here in the Last King, Manny Rua. The crowd is absolutely giving it to Rua here.
I said shut up!
The man that calls himself the Last King is now the Burger King, according to the RWF fan base here. And he wants to go at the strength of Olumide. Again, like I said, the Dark Fox, probably one of the best pure athletes I've seen in the Reno Wrestle Factory. I don't know how well this is going to work out for Manny. The Dark Fox or the Last King? Who's going to win the strength battle? Oh, and before we really get there, Manny gives a kick. And now he's got him. Whips him out. Olumide. Oh. Backflip. Counter. And drop kick. Just perfection there from the Dark Fox. And now right on the side of Olumide. Oh, but Rua slips out the back. Oh. Dark Fox looks like he might have tweaked his knee on that pickup of the Last King, and now the Last King sees Olumide holding that knee, and he goes right after it. The athletic background of the Dark Fox, I think it might pay for Manny to attack that knee, and that's exactly what he's doing. Puts that knee over the middle rope, but there is Gene Eric to separate the two men, and the crowd letting Manny once again know about that king status. But he goes right back to the leg of Olumide, and he's keeping the athletic Dark Fox down. Boot to the throat. The Dark Fox is in trouble. Manny Rua now, fireman's carry position. Oh, elbows. And Dark Fox, he's out of it. Double chop. And again, ducks the clothesline. And a big-time European uppercut from the Dark Fox right there. Puts Manny in the corner. Olumide was looking for a splash, but instead meets some knees from Rua. Oh, but there's a face plant. And splash. But it's not enough. Rua out at 2. The Last King has not taken his last breath in this one. We continue. Olumide going back, looking for that pickup again, but it doesn't work. Rua back to the knee. And now the belly to back suplex puts down Olumide. Rua rolls over for the pin attempt, but Olumide is out at 2. And now the action slows down. And here comes Gene Eric for his 10 count. Rua is up. But Olumide, slow to get up. Fireman's carry. Olumide slips out the back. He gets the fireman's carry. Adjustment. Slides over. And he gets the victory. Put 2 in a row for Olumide. The Dark Fox, as we see it again, is getting things rolling. That's 2 in a row as he takes down the last king, Manny Rua. All right, one more match for you. It is the return of the former Nevada State champion, the West Coast Dawg, Cade Adams, back in action, taking on the red-hot Red Bull Dicky Dakin, who comes in winner of his last 3 contests. Who's going to get this one? Stay with us. We'll be right back.
There will be no eye gouging. There will be no fist hooking. Stay away from the low blows, both of you. If I start a count to 5, you will be disqualified. You do not have till 5. You must break by 4 from the outside of the ring. I will count to 10. And most importantly, if any of you make it to the rope, I will break the hold. You guys ready? Back to your corner. Back to your corner.
Welcome back to the show. Dicky Dakin, Cade Adams, getting the referee instructions from Zach Reeb, who, ironically enough, is refereeing because he didn't agree with the decision at Luck of the Brawl and the questionable submission finish in his match against Dicky Dakin. Will he hold that against Red Bull in this one? Obviously giving that emphasis on the grabbing of the ropes and breaking of the holds, because that is what Zachary believes the referee should have done in that match with Dicky. Anyway, we move on to this one. There's a takedown from Dicky, and he's got the headlock control on Cade. Cade in his first action back after the knockout loss in the Nevada State Championship match at Winter's Wrath to the top shot of Travis Alexander. He's trying to, I won't say starting back at the bottom because Dicky is on a roll here, and Dicky actually should be higher in the rankings than I think he is with the 3 victories that he has, as he's the only man right now that's even beaten the Nevada State champion, Travis Alexander. He comes in winner of his last 3. So it would be a big notch in the belt of Cade Adams. There it is right there. Cade to the ropes. Zach right on top of Dicky, and the submission attempt is broken. But again, notch in the belt of Cade. He can take down Dicky in his climb back up the rankings of the Nevada State Championship. Dicky also just trying to get another win and continue to put the pressure on RWF management to get that Nevada State Championship title opportunity that I think he's well on his way of already having earned. Oh, running uppercut from Cade in the face plant. Cade Adams in control, but Dicky out at 2. So far, Zach Reeb has called this one right down the middle. He has not let that decision loss to Dicky Dakin interfere in how he calls this one, as again, he's trying to prove the point of how you correctly referee matches. But Cade's got Dicky in the corner here. There you see Zach is counting it. And now he does let Cade get that 10 in when he probably could have went to the 5 there. And now he's telling Cade right now he could have disqualified him.
That's your one warning.
Ruling it as a warning. Oh, but that opens the door. Here comes Dicky. He fires Cade into the corner. Delivers the chop. Cade now stumbles out into another corner and eats another chop. And now Zach in there trying to get Dicky to pull Cade out of the corner. Get this action back into the middle. Cade chops Dicky, and we work ourselves around the ring again. And another chop. Chop train between Red Bull and the West Coast Dog here. Oh, but now forearm shot. Back and forth. And Dicky into the turnbuckle pad. And now the whip out of the corner. Hard into the corner. Cade follows with a splash. Pulls Dicky out, looking for the suplex. Quickly into the cover. Reeves right on it. Put Dicky out at 2. Dicky now trying to fight his way off the canvas. Gets Cade back in the corner. Another heavy-handed chop. Whip reversed by Cade. Oh! Cade gets the clothesline, but he did not get all of it. Follows it with a back elbow. And another back elbow. Leaping back elbow there. 2 of them by Cade Adams. But it's not enough to put away Dicky. Maybe, just maybe, if Cade hits that clothesline with enough force, it would have been enough to put away Dicky Dakin right there, but he did not hit out all. Dicky kind of avoided it a little bit, but Cade was quickly there to fall with the elbows, but Dicky got out. Now headlock, and here comes Dicky trying to find his way back off the canvas. Giving them elbows, trying to get Cade to break the hold. Cade finally breaks it. Oh, Dicky ducks the clothesline. Angle slam into the cover, but it's not enough to put away Adams. Adams stays alive. Oh, Dicky slides into the ankle lock, and now Cade is in trouble. Dicky has put away the Nevada State champion Travis Alexander and the referee in this contest, Zach Reeve, with this ankle lock. Is Cade gonna fall victim?
What do you say? No! He said no!
Cade gets there. He touched the rope, and there it is right there. Zach right on top of it to get Dicky to break that hold. He did make contact with the rope, and there you go. Reed telling Dicky he needs to let that hold go as soon as the... Oh! Adams takes advantage, and he's going to pull out. The roll up. Sneak attack victory. Let's check it out again. Cade Adams gets the win. And Dicky suffers defeat for the first time here at the RWF. And Cade gets right back to his winning ways. And maybe, just maybe, the contest, that luck of the brawl in the end, did have a role to play in this one. Eye contact there from Zach Reeve to Dicky Dakin. Next week, we hear from the Nevada State champion, Travis Alexander, and we find out who his handpicked opponent will be, and we also find out who's going to get the guaranteed #1 contender shot at the Nevada State Championship in the Royal Flush Battle Royal. This has been the Wrestling Wrap. I'm Dale Clifford. See you next week.